Bonjour à tous, je m'appelle Chris et bienvenue dans mon Expedition 33. And my god, last episode was cool it was. We went through the battlefield, right? Went through the battlefield, bunch of new enemies, new stuff, right? A lot of bodies, a lot of bodies that were killed by the Nevron that were there, right? But then there's also that one particular one that Verso here mentioned that killed most of them. And that really set the bar when we saw the literal mountains of people, bodies, remains of people, right? Only to then just barely make it across this little bridge. Not even across the bridge. We started the bridge and it shattered because the Nevron that was showed up. And he was cool as hell. He was so cool. So cool. What an awesome fight. I've literally not stopped thinking about that since we did it. He was so rad. He had so many cool abilities, right? He like dual wielded halfway through the fight, which totally changed up how he attacked. And then yeah, the finisher, oh god. I keep thinking about that. It was fucking cinematic. It was so good. It was so good. And then the music was so on point. It was a beautiful thing, right? So genuinely good. But that had to pair with officially really saying our goodbyes to Gustav, officially burying him in a really nice grove that Verso knew about. And we went there. And we all said our things. And it still doesn't feel real. You know? Like I know he's gone. And I know he's gone and we know he's not here anymore. He's not really gone in our hearts, but he's gone physically. And it feels like at any point I'm just waiting for him to show up again. And it's not gonna happen. And that says a lot, right? It does. But now we have we have a heading. We have a heading at least, right? We have two in particular. One, we have to head to Monoco Station, right? Who Monoco is apparently the best friend of Verso. Real good friend. And he said we're going to need the extra firepower, right? So we're going to need him. And why are we going to need him? Why are we going to need the extra firepower? Because we can't even get to the paintress yet. Because she has a barrier around her. Her chroma is so powerful. Her aura, her hockey, her spiritual pressure is so strong that it would kill us if we tried to get near her. So we have to find her heart. We don't know what it is. We don't know what it looks like, but we know if we destroy it, it will bring down that barrier and then we can confront her finally. At long last. So that's looking good. That's looking good, right? We have no idea where Renoir is at all. But we got some new stuff. And the interesting thing that we learned was and it kind of made sense. Like we kind of figured it before a little bit, but it was nice to get it confirmed that Verso says he traveled with other expeditions before. Right? So the other expeditions that came to the island, came to the continent, they traveling with him, but he watched Renoir take them out, just completely wipe them out. So we are the latest expedition that he joined, that Verso is with, in an attempt to take out the Paintress. Which feels a little ominous, right, considering our history, but for the most part, I feel pretty confident. Like we got this, we got this, right? Um, Monaco, Monoco. I'm gonna say Monaco by accident again, but Monoco apparently lives in Old Lumiere. Old Lumiere, which potentially, according to Lune, was. I mean, like she was shocked, right? She's like, oh, so I guess like our Lumiere, the one that we were at the beginning of the game, was part of a larger piece of land at some point. And that land exists here. And so the fracture happened, separating the Lumiere that we know from here. Right? So it seems to imply that the main continent is like this centerpiece, and all surrounding landmass broke off of this main place. Right? So it's kind of like a almost like a circle in a way. But it makes sense when you look at the flying rocks, and I was wondering like why are they angled in that specific way? And it kind of does make sense because they're all pointing outwards in sort of a circular, oh, like a rounded angle. They're not all just like straight one direction, you know. But either way, we have a decent heading, and we're gonna make things happen. Right, we did a bunch of upgrades, new weapon stuff. Skill wise, right? Lune, kind of tempted to learn Typhoon because it is a high damage ice attack to everything, and it would replace Tsunami potentially, only because it does more damage and it heals us, which is nice, right? And if we burn 2 greens, that increases the duration. Then the other thing would be Fire Rage just to give us a stronger fire attack. But then I'm thinking also maybe Rock Slide, which are obviously our options. But I think it's a little tricky because I feel like we're actually pretty okay. Right? Having to pick between 6 attacks. And it's like Thunderfall. Thunderfall has been good, but I feel like we haven't been coming across a lot of enemies that are weak to lightning. So maybe we should broaden our options. Right? Maybe. See, that could be good eventually. Right? I just think maybe we replace Thunderfall. I'm only hesitant for Fire Rage because once we receive damage, the increase stacking stops, which is cool, but I need to be really on it. But if we did have this, it also generates a green, right? Which we could stack for thermal transfer, right? You know what? Let's try it. Let's see what happens. It's not even that big of a deal, right? We'll give it a go. Worst case, it doesn't work. Doesn't work out, we switch to something else. And then Crustal Crush. High single target damage. And break damage. 5 hits. That's a lot. Okay. Okay, you don't have enough points yet. You do not either. And then for you, you have 4, so maybe... Ooh, applies 5. Just damage and applies foretell to every other burning enemy. That could be cool. I did want to save up for delaying slash, but I think Searing Bond would actually be really good. Now, what do we replace? I want to keep Twilight just because I just want to also make sure that we keep enough suns and moons. Place that one. We'll see how that goes. Okay, anyway, we're good here. We're good here. We upgraded everything that we could, right? We got a new weapon, Dueliso, that we got from Duelist. Duelist. And we're still leveling up some of our Pictos. But for the most part, we got some good ones. We added new Luminas at the end of the last episode, so overall it's been pretty successful. So let's talk to everybody, get an idea where we're at, and then we press on.
How far up the mountain is Monoco Station? Will we see snow?
That would be fun.
Not too high, but yeah, there's usually snow.
Cool.
Fantastic.
Right?
Oh, right. There's no snow in Lumiere.
Yeah. That's interesting. Is it only ever the one season?
No, only in books and paintings. It's almost as mythical as Gestrels.
That's wild. But that also makes sense. There are a lot of people that have never seen snow. I've seen snow. Lived in snow. But it's...
And just as fun. And sometimes just as deadly.
But that's half the fun.
Oh. Really? My husband was obsessed with the idea of snow. I can't wait to see some.
Her husband. That's so sad.
That you will.
Do you want to spend some time with CL? Yes. I'm not going to say no. Of course we say yes. Verso approaches CL, who seems open to talking. Ooh.
You seem less stressed than the others.
Is that your conclusion? After your extensive observation of our team?
Yes.
There must be better uses of your time than analysing our stress levels.
Well, it's important to understand your teammates.
True.
Says the mysterious stranger who has yet to share much about himself.
Also true.
Then consider this my attempt to be less mysterious.
That's something.
Oh, is that what this is?
I'll trade you. Story for a story. Quite fair, I think. No, you're right. What was I thinking? It's better to stay mysterious. I feel like this would be a better quip, but... Story for a story.
A story for a story. Quite fair, I think.
Well, there are stories, and then there are stories.
What does that mean?
You first, then.
Something epic, then, full of battle and danger. Something unusual, then? Strange wonders and mysteries. I feel like strange wonders and mysteries, those are good stories.
Something unusual, then? Strange wonders and mysteries?
A bit impersonal, Not really how you get to know each other. I don't think that's worthy of a trade.
Damn.
No. Tell me something dark and melancholy and personal.
Ooh.
Ooh, going straight for the heavy stuff, huh?
Yeah, we're getting right into it.
If we're going to share, let's share.
I mean, I guess she has a point.
Story for a story, right?
We'll see.
We'll see. Verso and CL spent the next few minutes arguing whether CL should also share. Continues to tease Verso, who remains evasive. Their relationship grows a little bit wholesome. That's cool. This literally happened only recently because like the relationship levels were a thing. They head back to the others. Well, I guess it wouldn't really exist before because like we were all friends and family. There wouldn't really be a relationship level because we were already close. So it makes sense as Gustav, right? And so as Verso, we are a stranger. We have to build up these friendships, these relationships.
How far up the mountain?
Not too high.
Oh no.
Oh, right.
No.
And just as...
Oh.
I didn't know if it was
my
going to be
husband.
different. Okay, great.
Your oldest friend is a Gestrel.
Yes. We've been friends for as long as I can remember.
Damn. Incredible.
Gustav would have loved that.
Why? Because he liked Jestrels?
Because he liked the idea of friendships that could last decades.
Yeah.
We don't get to enjoy such long friendships in Lumiere.
Damn. Yeah, when you say it out loud, it really is like you meet people only to know that in a handful of years they're gone. Like, that's it. So, of course, spend some time with Luna. It intercepts Verso as he walks by the fire.
Why are you allying yourself with us?
Not a lot of options out here, in case you hadn't noticed.
Yeah, but
What about the previous expeditioners? Did you help them too? Yet they still failed.
yeah, I worry about that too. A little bit.
That's a terrible way to ask questions. Do you always interrogate people like this?
Yes.
Given the circumstances, I think we can skip the pleasantries, no?
Alliances are usually give and take, as are conversations. Trust goes both ways, no?
Alright then. As a gesture of good faith, I'll show you how to use Lumina.
Oh, nice.
No need. I got it.
Never mind.
Well, aren't you a quick study?
But I appreciate the gesture. Thank you.
I guess that was kind, right? Because nobody would know how to use it. In a way, right? Because the Lumina converter didn't exist until Gustav created it. So Lumina, like all the abilities and the things that we've been attaching, those didn't exist for all the previous expeditions.
Trust works both ways.
Alright, as a gesture of good faith, I feel like we already established that.
All right. As a gesture of good faith, I'll answer 3 questions. Choose wisely.
Nice.
Only 3.
Someone's a bit greedy.
3 questions with 3 follow-ups.
Oh,
You're really pushing this.
that's like 6 whole questions.
I think it's reasonable.
Yeah, I get. No, I mean, that's true, right? Because you ask the question, he answers it, and then you'd probably want to respond to what he says.
All right. Go for it.
Spend some time bombarding Verso with questions. He remains evasive. Damn it, which pisses Lude off, but also triggers her insatiable sense of curiosity. Reluctantly intrigued, as is Verso. This is fun. Look at us establishing ourselves. Right? When the interrogation is over, they go back to the others. That's fun. That's cool. To ask questions, but obviously like, he's dodging. He's trying not to really say anything. And
How come Monoco lives so far from the other Jestrels?
good question.
Monoco's a searcher. They travel the land looking for Jestrels who went missing after the fracture.
Oh.
The lost Jestrels.
So he's like the guy that we met over there.
Yeah. That and he, pissed off Golgra.
Oh god. How'd he do that?
How come
Monoco's a...
the lost...
Yeah.
And well, honestly, if we recruit him, can we bring him back to Golgra? Would that be... I feel like that could be something.
That was sad.
Oh, so true.
Yeah.
You were sad.
Still sad.
Yeah.
You were thinking of Julie.
Julie.
And not just her, but... Yeah.
Oh. His person.
Want a hug?
Yeah. I do.
Oh. You want to spend time? Of course I want to spend time with Esquier. What kind of question is that?
She reminds me of someone.
Who? Mael? You mean Ciel?
Who? Mael?
Have I met her before?
Interesting, because he felt familiar with CL already. He was, in fact, when we first met him, he talked to her like they had already interacted, and now he's feeling like he's already met Mael.
Well, you also thought you knew CL.
Oh, but I do. Wait, don't I?
I'm so confused. What? How do you? You're the one who says all humans seem the same to you. Damn. Seems like I feel. Sometimes I feel like you know everyone. Damn.
Sometimes I feel like you know everyone.
Oh well, that's because you're all cousins. Same, but different.
Same, but different. Okay.
Right, so maybe it's that.
Right?
Yes. Ah, just like Verso is Verso's cousin. Mael is Mael's cousin. Yes, that's it.
I don't know if that's it. I don't know if it's it. Verso is Verso's cousin. Mael is Mael's cousin. Obviously. No. You know what? After you say it out loud, it makes complete 100%. It makes SKA levels of sense.
You're so very wise.
So are you, buddy. Yep, Verso the Wise. You know, that almost made sense to me.
Yep. Verso the Wise.
Oh, great name. Oh, can I be Eskia the Great? No, wait. How about Eskia the Brave? Oh, no. Eskia the Great is better.
It is better.
You're just a big ball of nonsense sometimes, aren't you?
I love this guy. SKA is so good.
That's why
Damn.
we're best friends.
That is why. They have fun talking to each other a bit more. Their bond grows. Ooh. Relationship level 2. I do wonder how this plays out. Talk a bit more nonsense before going back to the others. How much more could we pump up the relationship levels? I am curious.
How come
Monoco's...
Okay, just wanted to make sure
Yeah.
that it's probably gonna be a minute before we get to spend any time together. Okay. Oh, we can write in the journal. Sure. I think it's important to keep it going. Mael finds a spot where she can write. You know what? That makes sense that she would be the one to do it. She spends some time writing in Gustav's journal to honor his memory. She gathers her courage and writes about Gustav's sacrifice, how he laid the trail. She hopes Gustav's apprentices will read this journal someday. For those who come after. Mael heads back. Her objective: recruit Monoco, Verso's best friend, at his station in the mountains. Check up on the others. Always. Mael quietly approaches Lune, wanting to apologize for her behavior on the way to bury Gustav. Oh.
Hey,
Hey,
I didn't mean.
it's fine.
I just.
I miss him too.
Same.
It's hard.
Understatement.
The pain we feel every time we lose someone. I've tried many ways of dealing with it. Running from it, sitting with it, compartmentalizing it. But what I needed was to use it. To use everything.
What do you mean?
I feel everything. And I let it burn inside me. When I'm tired, when I feel hopeless, when I want to just let it all go. I use the pain. I use the fear, the shame, the guilt, the anger. I use it all to keep going. To make sure I continue.
Monet.
I can almost feel them beside me. Everyone we've lost. Walking with me. Especially when I use chroma. I feel their presence, their closeness. And they help me.
You feel Gustav?
Yeah. I do.
Yeah, that sounds kinda nice.
I'd like to feel him with me too.
You have an affinity for chroma too. Try it.
How do you always know what to do?
I don't. Want to know a secret? I have no idea what I'm doing. And I don't think anyone else does either.
Nope.
Really?
We're all winging it.
Don't tell anyone else I said that.
That was nice. That was wholesome. Aiel and Lune spend more time together in a moment that was special for both of them. Agree, they needed that. We all needed that. That's for true. But I think on that note, I think we're good. Right? I think we're good to head to sleep, right? Checked up on everybody. Unless this goes... Let's go to a CL. Oh. Hold up.
What are you working on?
Contingency plans. If we fail, Expedition 32 will need every bit of information we have.
Right, but how are you going to get it to them?
I asked the Gestrals for help.
Smart.
What are the stars whispering to you?
Actually, I'm the one whispering to them.
Oh?
It's something my dad and I used to do. When I was scared, or anxious, or even when I was happy, he'd say, share it with the stars. When it's hard to talk about things, the stars will understand.
That's actually comforting.
I like that.
Agreed.
I talked to the stars a lot after he was gone.
I remember the night we first met at the Crooked Tower.
Right. After the gommage.
I was surprised to find you there. I thought I was the only one who knew about that room.
I had to get away from the harbour. And those damn petals everywhere. So I climbed up.
It wasn't logical, but part of me really believed my parents and their expedition had succeeded. That they'd stopped her. Then the pain just woke. And I knew they weren't coming home.
Damn.
You know, it meant a lot to me. The comfort we shared that day. But you avoided me after. Why?
It wasn't personal. I cut a lot of people out of my life.
Okay, not personal.
That day, I knew my parents had failed. They were counting on me to finish their work. I couldn't afford distractions.
Friends are not distractions.
I know that now.
Wow. We're in the middle of nowhere with 1 year left to live. What better time to build friendships?
Right.
I could use some wine, though.
Making friends is thirsty work.
Oh my god. Well, that was nice. That was a great moment. Learned a little bit about them. Damn. That day. I mean, I could totally feel the same way with CL. Like, the gommage happens, all the petals. Like, I don't know how you would stay down there, really. I feel like that would be so hard to do. Because it's already hard enough knowing they're gone, but then literally seeing them turn into the petals, and then seeing the petals themselves still be there, and knowing that this is physically representing everyone that you just lost. Alright, I think we're good. Let's go. Go to sleep. Alright. No nightmares, right? Oh. Oh?
Thanks. It really was a beautiful place.
Glad you liked it. I've buried friends there too. You were right about condolences. We offered them because we don't know what else to say, but there's no comfort there.
No.
All we can do is carry them with us.
I guess. Sorry. It's just wet.
Drowning in our own sadness. Hey, why did you join the expedition? I mean, with the gommage, I understand the rest of the team's decision, but you're half their age.
Out here seemed better than in there at the time.
It's natural.
I get that.
Wanting to escape a life you don't want.
Escape. Yeah. That's what I wanted. But Gustav and the others, they really want to change things.
Well, changing your life also counts. Can't always shoulder the world's problems, you know? That'll drain you fast.
Gustav would probably say, if more of us cared, then it would lighten the load for everyone.
He sounds like a good guy.
Best.
Wait. I kept Gustav's, so you can have mine. You'll need one if you want to be an official member of our merry crew.
I gotta say, I didn't take you for an official kind of person.
Yo, that's cool. Official.
Welcome to the disaster expedition.
God damn.
Thank you.
The disaster expedition. He's official. He's part of the 33. I was hoping we would be able to have that's great. Man. Things between them have been a little more tense than everyone else since Gustav and Renoir and the whole, well, everything. Wow, it really...
How far to Monoco Station?
Very different.
No, should be quick.
Yeah, right? Should be quick. Should be totally fine. So this... Oh yeah, that's the gate all the way over there. So this is a whole new half of the continent. Cool. Alright, last episode in the comments, BVS Fang, I appreciate it because your comment about my whole theory crafting, you know, I thought about it again, and you know, it makes more sense, right? Because they did confirm that the Nevrons were the reason that everybody was dying. They were essentially turning them to this stone, right, and killing them. And on top of that, the gommage does work. It's just, I think it threw my thinking because Renoir was alive, and I was like, wait a minute, how's he alive? How does that make the gommage work differently here? But that's not the case, right? We know now that he's immortal because of potentially the paintress, and more than likely whatever the paintress is doing is giving him immortality, or it's some side effect or something. But either way, right? Because I was spinning a lot of theories, but it makes a lot of sense. I was still going to spin more theories. It's definitely not going to stop. But yeah, it's just... that really... it was very helpful. I appreciate you reminding me of such. It's dead. A lot of them. It's a little boat. Just a random little boat. There's a lot going on out there. And this whole gang. Purple though.
Oh, lovely.
Nice color of Lumina. We would like to see it. It's over here. It goes around. There's the birds. Yep. Obviously that's the way we got the big dude up there with the mine. He looks a lot different. But, ooh, with shopkeep. Let's go. Cool. Hi, he was care for a good deal. I heard he was about to start talking too. Just the timing. Not great. Yeah, but plunging bob or a French bob. Both for CL. Plunging. You know what? Well, it's fine. We'll get both.
The station is to the north, not far from here.
Yep. Let's see what these look like. Right, I feel like it's important. It's always important. Right? You know, that's actually kind of nice. That's a good one. That's a great one. That was actually good too. These are actually really good. Obviously, get her default, right? The ponytail's nice. The bob and the French bob. However, the French bob definitely reminds me of Sophie. a little bit, right? She got that same similar kind of style. It looks good on CL though. But we're gonna rock the we're gonna rock this bob for right now. Another. Let's go to the same place. Painting workshop. My God. Hey, is this another side of it, maybe? No? This seems almost exactly same direction. Oh, that's okay. Maybe not. Hold on. A traveler here, bathing in light. I whisper my fears, yet she merely smiles. A secretive smile that hints at truths beyond my grasp. He told her his fears, and she only smiled. But her smile is... It's not like a joy smile, it's more of a... like she knows something. She tells me the night must be met with courage, that the heart must not falter. The heart? Her heart? I don't know. Probably not. But less literal. She crafts a beast, radiant yet fearsome, woven from the very essence of luminescence. It prowls the night, casting its spectral glow upon the darkened corners of my sanctuary. We put an end to her night. We will. Ooh. Because, see, that's... It's so cryptic. And it's kind of cool. It's cooler because it's cryptic. But it's knowing that there is the light and the dark. But the light we saw isn't complete. The dark we did see, though, behind a barrier. We will, we won't. What do you mean? I know we're only going to get one chance to probably ask this. She manipulates, frightens, controls. Everyone, all of us, all of you. What? Fear is her weapon. Ah, that's how she controls us, with fear. Will you put an end to her night? We will. A curious yet admirable pursuit. The beast has paid the price, and so shall its darkness shine once again. Color of the beast. The lamp that could be used to awaken the beast. Farewell. What? Because wait, yeah, wasn't that... That's where we were last time. That's where we came in. So this is genuinely a different... This is different. Okay.
Yeah.
See, it's got the parts, but I don't know what to do about them, right? Can we... No? I don't want to fall off the edge, it's scary. Right, but we see the parts. We saw one of the parts last time. Ugh. I just don't know if we should... If there's something we can do to, like, pull them out? Because, yeah, there's those ones. And that. Right, we have to make it whole. Interesting. Is he different? He's got his arm. I don't know. Statue of a beast. You want to use the color of the beast? Yes. Story of the beast is written in the depths where shadows sigh. Lurks a beast beneath the sky, still incomplete, its lair closed off. Needs 3 parts. Yep, and we see those two. Whoa. Wait a minute. Yeah, I guess... No, wait. The color of the beast is not the key, but the actual things that we're collecting. So we just need to find one more. Because this is the one that we just did, right? Because we saw the arm. I don't know if that's how we could tell, right? But the first one was definitely these 4 hands in that other container. Right? So maybe over there, because we have... There seems to be that one. That entrance. The one up there. The one over here, right? The 3 strands of white thread. So we gotta look out for one more. And then potentially, we could fight it. Right? And then that might be our way to get into there. And then end the nightmare, whatever that is. Really. I guess we'll be back. We'll be back when we find the 3rd spot. I guess. That's really interesting. Because we don't really know what it is. We just know it's a creation of the paintress. We can go back in this way. Yeah. It's a creation of the paintress. And not in a good way. Is that a train? It is. Huh. They're just hanging out. Snow. Snowy trees, snowy mountains. This is nice. Whoa, look at that. Whoa. What is that? That's crazy. That's definitely crazy looking. What is that? I mean, maybe we'll find out. We can get over there. So that's our way. That's definitely our way. 100% the way to Monoco. We gotta poke around a little bit more. Another? Care for a good deal? Lost voice. Of course. You sell me a record, I buy the record. Just like that. It's not a complicated... not a complicated trade.
What have we here?
Nice. Another color of Lumina. Now... It's still something. I just don't know what that is, but... It just, like, it's one of those things that we took out the Dueliste. And it was awesome. It was incredible. But that was just an obstacle in our way. Right? Just crossing the battlefield where potentially thousands have died. And it's cool. I wonder where this used to be a whole train system. Thousands have died, and still far from the paintress. Still far from the paintress. But then knowing the heart is a thing.
Follow the tracks. They'll lead us to Monaco.
Great.
A train. Gustav would have liked to see that.
Is it true before the fracture, Lumiere had trains running throughout the continent?
Always running late, but running. Yes.
Running late, but running nonetheless. Wow, so they've only ever heard of it. They don't even know. That is crazy to think about, right? Like how... Because they really haven't been alive for that long. They're literally 32 years old. Right? Not you, but you know what I mean. 65. Ice corridor. This is cool. Very different aesthetic. Different weather. I don't think we were built for winter. All things considered. It's very pretty. Big fan of ice and snow.
Here we are. Monoco Station.
Is that a Grandis? I knew it. They're real too.
A who? What? Whoa, it's like a train station. A lot of bells. This is cool. Whoa. Oh, these guys. They're not stone this time, they're just not alive. Whoa, what is... That's huge. Whatever it is. A lot of these dead guys around. Is Monoco... Is he fighting everything? I mean, I could respect it, right? Defending his spot. Okay. Alright, I wanted to poke around first before we headed in to the station. Right? Okay, and so we have... He really likes to hang out here in the chilly, cold weather. Very different from the rest of the... Whoa, you're alive. Grandis guard. Contrary to what some believe, guard duty is quite rewarding. Find it meditative and instructional. Cool, dude. Alright. Well, I'm sorry some of your friends are dead. But you're friendly, that's nice. I mean, he's cool. They're cool looking. Got crazy rock arms, but like furry everywhere else. Damn. Fascinating. Okay, I can't get over there. Is there anything here? I can get over here. I can't. Can I? I cannot. It does not want us to go over there. Noted. It's over here. A lot of boxes. Another one of you, unfortunately. Unfortunate for you. Hold on. Okay. Can't. Oh, look at that Lumiere. So are these... That's another location? Outside of the continent? In Lumiere? Oh, cool. This is grand. Wow. Oh, he's just sitting on the train. He's just hanging out. Oh. Alright. Oh, this is gonna be a whole thing.
If Monoco's not here, that means...
Whoa, what the fuck? Oh god.
Slow as ever. Mon vieux.
Your reflexes remain sharp as ever. I approve. Esquire, did Verso pull you into another adventure?
That's Monoco?
New friends.
You speak our language.
He had a lot of time to kill, so I taught him.
Ladies, could I, ow,
God damn.
interest you in a duel?
Definitely a gestural.
No point trying to talk until we've calmed Monoco down with a relaxing fight. Be careful though. Monoco's fighting style is a bit peculiar.
Ooh. Oh, let's do it. Dude, he's so cool. He looks so cool.
Take cover!
Oh god. Every
You can
single.
turn into a Nevron.
His transformation threw me off so bad. Oh my god, that's so cool. Dude. That's awesome.
Blade cut through the flames.
Shape-shifting?
Let us stain them.
Bruh. That's rad.
I'll do it.
Okay.
Careful, Mael.
Oh no. Ooh. Okay. So he is no longer defenseless, so we're just gonna hit him with Spark.
Chroma is flowing.
It is. It is indeed. And we're gonna hit him with this again.
Earth, rise!
We're investing. Investing in the future. Oh. God, it's the delay. It throws me
Not
off.
looking good.
It's been throwing me off, but we're gonna. Ooh. Damn. Switch ride. Damn it. Alright, cool. I
Let
like
us
his
stain
style.
them.
He's very. That is so different. Okay, we're not gonna use Rock Slide yet. I'm gonna use Thermal Transfer again. So we're just gonna hit him with Immolation. Keep up that fire. Damn it.
Finesse and grace.
I gotta, like, not be parrying so early on him.
Here we go again.
Okay, we're gonna do quick shrink.
Guard up.
Dude, I'm sorry, he looks so cool. He's a gestural that can turn into a Nevron, but then also has just like a really strong, like, just normal skill set. Crazy. Nice. All right. Okay, we're missing. We need one more. Can we? Doesn't really have any weak points. It's really just shooting him. Let's do. Yo, let's just do Rock Slide. Let's
Quake
see.
in fear.
That was cool.
I'm okay.
That was awesome. Okay,
Blade cut through the flames.
Fury. Great. And he's defenseless, and then we're gonna follow this up with a. We're only a B. Right, so it just means we can't do the bonuses, but we can at least. We still want to at least give up our perfection, right? So let's do powerful, right?
No time to lose.
Boost everybody.
Let us stain them.
All right, great. So now we got those. We don't have two great, but we do have a white. So technically, this should work the same.
Let the ink flow.
And it does. Beautiful. Okay, so now let's just do a base attack. 9,000. So good. Okay, Berserk Slash.
I can do it.
Dude, he's tough. And by tough, I'd be like, he's holding out. Like, he's holding on. Okay, let's hit him. Because we're in offensive stance, so let's just do Spark. That should get him. Just like that. That's so cool. So good. Look at that. 3 crow cattle, but it's not about that, right? It's not about that. It was about the experience. Just a friendly duel.
No distraction, son. I'm really busy beating up strangers.
Oh my god.
Noco, what are you doing here?
Noco, you said Nevron?
Stalact?
Oh. A stalact.
That doesn't sound good. You don't seem super worried. But then maybe you're stoically worried. I don't know. Either way. That was his son. Noko's his kid? I mean, I guess Monoco and Noko. It makes sense when you think about it, but that's fun. That's cool. Is there anything else around here? Before we go deal with this, like, crazy Nevra? Ooh, there is. Color of Lumina. Of course. And it is interesting because you'd think, like, oh, these are just items. They're not, like, new weapons or, like, equipment or anything. But getting the Colors of Lumina is essentially just, like, stacking up new ways to have abilities and side effects. Which is just as good as getting a weapon. Ooh, I see that. Okay, we can't get it yet. I think that's it? Okay, that seemed about it that we could see now. Okay, so, cool. Can we rest here? We can. Great. I didn't want to have to use an elixir if we didn't have to. And then we'll bump these, because whatever we're going to fight, it's probably going to be something. So, that does... do we want the speed? The crit. I feel like her crits have, like, some real crazy damage potential. Similar, right, to our boy here. Ooh. We're now defense. Bonus to the weapon, right? Damn. Maybe, is that why it might be a good idea to recoat? Because then we could... Well, I do like his ability to have speed, right? Like, he plays quick. But if the weapon bases off of defense, maybe it'd be a good idea to switch things around. Right? Maybe pull some off of agility into defense. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we'll try it one time. Okay, I think we're going to put... one in health, and then I think, yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do 2 into agility. Oh wait, no, CL, I forgot about you. Crit. Perfect. All right. Okay, cool. Let's go deal with whatever this thing is. It's on its way. Whoa. That's... Okay, never mind. That's cool as shit. What?
Friends of Verso, as honored guests, the first fight is yours. Defeat the Stalact with your fearsome talents.
Right.
I like that everyone's in good spirits about it.
You
know,
serious?
Yes, he is.
it's great. Let's do it. Oh, come on, easy. Look at this
You
guy.
little coward.
I do love how he just kind of takes a seat. He's like, yeah, you guys got this. That is awesome. Ooh. Nice. What an opening. That's...
Verso, why aren't you using gradient attacks?
I don't need pointers from the one sitting on his lazy ass.
You didn't teach them, did you, you lazy old fart?
Oh my god.
Very well. I shall generously...
You're outmatched.
Shall generously. Gradient attacks. You can now use gradient actually surprised, we're still learning new mechanics. Each AP used to cast a skill fills the gradient gauge. Once the gauge is full, you gain 1 gradient charge you can use with any character to cast a gradient attack. That's so cool. So literally just using skills, right? Fill the gradient charge, the gradient bar, and then we get a full charge and we do a gradient attack. That's awesome. Whoa. Medium physical damage to all enemies, 1 hit.
Let's carve a path.
Shit. That's awesome. Whoa.
Ready to
Dude.
parry.
Maybe a little too early. We got 1. We got it. Oh, that's so cool. I love the concept. That's so neat.
Flames. On me.
Figured to be weak to fire, right?
Chroma is flowing.
Never mind. So we hit him with fire. So does that mean... Will he switch if we do this? Nope. It's such a cool... First off, it's such a cool looking enemy. Super cool. I love any of the elemental looking enemies. They always look so rad. But gradient attacks, that's interesting. So then I wonder, because we chose it and then we had the option. So I wonder if we're going to be able to learn more types of gradient attacks, and if it's per... It does seem per person too. So this could be really cool.
You found worthy friends, Verso.
Jealous?
What are you doing?
I just need the foot. Aha!
Oh my god, what? Hey, wait a
He
minute.
transforms by collecting Nevron feet. Don't ask me how it works. I've never understood.
Okay. He's a feet guy.
Now that we've had some good battles to warm the spirits, to what do we owe the pleasure of your company?
I love him already.
We're heading for Old Lumiere.
Okay, bye.
Hey, come on. Hey. Hey, look. I know we failed before, but look, you doofus. Don't you recognize her?
Of course I do.
Then you know what that means. This is our shot. It might be our only shot.
This is your only shot.
What?
Out of the question. I will never join you again.
There will be a lot of fighting, though.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's true.
There will be a lot of fighting.
Exactly.
Count me in then.
Good.
I'm sorry.
Good.
That's so
Good.
amazing.
Yes, good.
Noco's coming too.
Oh, you are?
L'homme mercanto al Lumiere. C'est mon automne, trésorier. Voici le meilleur mercanteur du monde.
Top merchant in the world.
As a responsible parent, this is a superb idea. Let us go to Old Lumiere.
Oh my god. I love him. He's so fun. He's so funny. Monaco, holy shit. Dude.
Grandis coming.
Guys came out. Ooh, they came out now. Just go talk to them. They're nicer than Gestrels. And that one's got a hat. Only we should take this exit, head north to Old Lumiere. Do you wish to play Monaco's? Yes. Yes, we do. We do want to play it. He got me with, it's like, there'll be a lot of fighting. There will be. That's right. That's, Yep. Okay, count me in then. Damn it. It was like, easy sell. So funny. Alright, he collects feet. That's his thing. Monaco's Bestial Wheel. Whoa. Monaco's skills move the Bestial Wheel pointer forward. Each mask on the wheel upgrades specific skills. The Almighty Mask upgrades all skills. Okay. So, it's got the 2 green, 2 blue, 2 purple, 2 red, and the 1 Almighty. Upgrade skills are stronger or gain additional effects. Okay, sick. So, Bestial Wheel Heavy. Casting skills moves the wheel pointer. Corresponding skills are more powerful. Okay, so we go skills. Monaco's Bestial Wheel. Monaco's starting skills are Chalier Combo, and Select Punches. The Bestial Wheel is on Heavy Mask, therefore Select Punches is upgraded and deals additional damage. Use Select Punches to move the Bestial Wheel pointer 4 masks further. Oh, because every hit moves it, and this does 4 hits. Right? No, sorry. Right next to the AP cost, it moves it by 4. So then it'll end up on a blue. Oh, that's cool. So it's a combination of using it to spin the wheel, right? However many you want, but then also timing it with the mask type to boost the damage. He's cool looking. This is so cool. This is really cool. Whoa. He transforms at his attacks. Monaco harvests Nevron legs if he is in the party when Nevrons are killed. Enemies with lootable legs have this icon next to their health bar. Defeating them will allow Monaco to learn. Monaco, see, I said I was going to say it again. To learn this Nevron skill. The Bestial Wheel is now on a caster mask. Monaco doesn't have any caster skills yet, but defeating the Pelerin will unlock one. Great. We don't have enough AP, so we're just gonna beat him. That's such a cool concept. So, literally. Damn it! I did press R2 fast enough.
What lovely feet.
Oh my god, he's gonna. Oh, that's gonna be a running theme. Big on feet. I think that's such a cool concept. Ah, shit. I did it out of order.
Sweet taste of battle.
The fact that you can literally fight. Oh yeah, we probably want to move it. Well, let's just do the combo, see what happens. But I would say, just so I can finish my thought, like, I think it's so cool that we can actually defeat enemies, collect their feet. and actually learn abilities that way instead of off just the skill tree. It's actually such a cool character idea. Man. Monaco's never on skills. You beat a Pelerin and looted his leg, which allows Monaco to learn the skill Pelerin Heal. Nice. Sick. What a cool looking dude, too. So different than, well, basically any other Gestural that we met. He's just so cool. This is great. Alright, learn skills. Holy shit. That's crazy. Are these... IMS deal high single target damage, 2 hits, use weapons element, double damage if the target is stunned. These are over here. I guess these are the Mighty Mask abilities specifically? Or maybe not. That's a lot of skills. Wow. Oh wait, Virtuous Strike deals high single target physical damage, 5 hits. That's new. And then Sabotage. Okay, these are gradient attacks. These are the gradient skills. Very cool. What is this? Tremor? Deals high earth damage to all enemies and removes all of their shields. And then Shadowbringer. What a cool name. Deals high single target dark damage to random enemies. 10 hits. Applies 1 foretell per hit. That's awesome. That's so cool. Gradient attacks. Never. That's so cool. Beautiful weather today, albeit a tad warm for my liking. Too warm, really? For the fracture, our ancestral home lay high above the heavens on mountains tipped with crystal clouds. Blossoms of snowflakes graced our every breath. The blizzards of yesteryear were a sight to behold and quite invigorating to experience. Damn, makes it sound so nice. It is as it ever was. It is as it ever was. Enemies abound, but we hold firm against those who would wreak havoc upon our home. I shall soon rekindle the flames of the great forge and cast our defenses anew. I like the sound of that. The great forge. You use weapons? Of a sort, between the wrongs of deception and violence, we have chosen the lesser evil. We're well versed in methods of misdirection through the skillful application of sound. Interesting. Misdirection using sound. As you've surely seen with the bell we gifted to our furry gestural friend oh so long ago. That's why he's got a bell. I love that there's a reason. It's not just like a style or he's like, got it. Perhaps some of our designs might be of use in your journey. I will trade. Quest. There is definitely a reason to come back. I love that. Okay. So, he's got 3 color limit, 13 polished chroma catalysts, and then... Oh, I require one fully agree the eternal ice, a type of ice that never melts. Damn it, you can find some not far from here, within the depths of the glacial mountains. Retrieve the eternal ice. For a fair price, I will use it to augment your defenses. What do you say? That's cool. An enticing offer. I must warn you, the path of the frozen hearts will not be easy. Many threats await you there. So I wish you good luck. Very cool. No pun intended. But very cool. Very cool. Find and destroy the painter's heart in the center of Old Lumiere. Of course. Man, I just realized, like, we got another party member, so we gotta pick. Man. Of course it's hard. Because now... Oh, man. I really like Lune's abilities. Mael's have been really good, too. Damn it. I feel like we gotta get some Monoco time. I feel like it's important. I also realize we could probably add his attributes, right? God damn. Okay. Alright, so he is not a lot of health. I want to make him like decently survivable. I want to really up his damage. Giving him some good speed. And then, well, I guess, yeah, I guess, you know, he does rely a lot on luck, so if we up his crit. Alright, we'll see how that goes. It feels pretty good. We just gotta get some more combat with him. Do we want to buy, though, the colors of Lumina? Yep. We don't need the catalyst, really. But I'll be able to augment your defense if you bring some Eternal Ice. That is exactly what we're gonna do. So I do wonder if that's one of... Damn, there's an item back here.
Nice.
Oh, money. Augment our defenses. I wonder what that means. Can we talk to you? Can we talk to you guys? Oh. As you likely observed upon your arrival, some notable activity transpires occasionally at the station. Grandis Fighter number 2. However, with our esteemed Gestrel having abandoned ship, we are compelled to undertake the task ourselves. Come on, it's not like that. Ha, we jest. Do not be concerned for us. For we have faced every hardship imaginable. Damn. They seem so nice. Wow. It's kind of nice meeting things, you know, people and getting in situations that don't just want to kill us. It's cool. It is true. The fracture brought its share of ills, but there is beauty in its aftermath. Take these stations scattered across the mountains. Though not their original purpose, they have sheltered us well and become our cherished home. Your ancestors rode iron horses from station to station, and though these marvels breathe fire no more, they still, they are a lovely reminder of human ingenuity, and they beautify our surroundings. It's a nice way to think about it. It is astonishing, is it not? The many wonders your ancestors have wrought. I think you would enjoy a visit to Lumiere. I agree. Oh, yes. I would very much love to go to Lumiere one day. They're cool. These guys just seem like really chill to talk to. Can I talk to you guys? No? Too high up there. That's fine. That's cool. Okay. There's nothing really going on out there. Why do you have a hat? Not that I'm judging you. I think it's fantastic. I love a good hat. Fashionist. You're not a lady. Alright. Alright, Luna, you talk to him. Ah. Sorry? We Grandis are impervious to cold, and it is utterly dreadful for one such as me. Can you guess why? Why it is dreadful that you can't feel the cold? I don't know. Why? Because there's no need for clothes. We run about naked as the day we were born. As a fashion designer, my talents languish from disuse. My life needs colors and textures. Yes, so great. He has his purpose, but his purpose doesn't suit him. But he's like, I need an outlet. I have a brilliant idea. Let me dress you. You and your two marvelous friends. But, before I drape you with elegance, you must first best me in eloquence. What? It is a battle that consists of 3 rounds. 3 rounds where one must display an excellence in poetry. I shall design new attire for the one able to best me in an eloquence battle. Wait, are we doing a poetry battle? Shall we begin? Yes. Let us commence. What? What is this? Are you ready? I shall start. Finish my sentence in a wonderfully poetic... Oh my god, it actually is. It is a poetry battle. Let's go. Finish my sentence in a wonderfully poetic way. I think this happened in The Witcher 3 as well. Life blooms like a rose with petals soft and frail, where even the strong ones pale, and often we fail to set sail. Winter winds will whisper the ending of the tale. Ooh, that's good. Your words impress me. Let us continue. Life's a canvas painted with colors of our strife, but often it feels like a butter knife, full of unnecessary rife. Death the artist's final stroke, completing every life. Okay. Life's a canvas painted with colors of our strife. Death the artist's final stroke, completing every life. I feel like that's pretty good. I feel that's a pretty good one. But life's a canvas painted with the colors of our strife. It often feels like a butter knife. I feel like this one. Yeah. Poetic and magnificent. Let us continue. Life sings a song of joy and pain, its notes both sweet and bitter. Its echoes fade to stillness, our secrets follow after. With a tune that drifts and stutters, in a language we cannot decipher. Okay. This is a little trickier. Life sings a song of joy and pain, its notes both sweet and bitter, with a tune that drifts and stutters. Life sings a song of joy and pain, its notes both sweet and bitter, in a language we cannot decipher. That doesn't flow as well. Life sings a song of joy and pain, its notes both sweet and bitter. Its echoes fade to stillness, our secrets follow after. I feel like that's a good one. Right? Life sings a song of joy and pain, its notes both sweet and bitter, with a tune that drifts and stutters. I feel like this one. I feel like this one really like hits both the message and the flow. You have a way with your words, young lady. Thank you. I try. You're good. I should have expected that. Hold on for a moment. It's gonna take some time to create my piece. We did it. There. I'm proud of this one. Whoa, what? Hold on. One moment. Pure. That's rad. Whoa, it's a white version. That's cool. It's definitely different than the swimsuit, but this is nice. That's cool. That's very cool. Whoa. Look at that. Damn. You make more? Ooh. I shall design new attire for one able to best me in eloquence battle. Well, hey, I mean, can we do as my... Okay. Alright. So does this mean that we could earn outfits? Because he seems to only want to talk to the girls. He's only willing to make outfits for them. Are you ready? I shall start. Finish my sentence in a wonderfully poetic way. Life is but a fleeting dream, a whisper in the night, while shadows fade to silence, gone beyond our sight. So, might be it. Life is but a fleeting dream, a whisper in the night, where everyone just wants to take flight. Life is but a fleeting dream, a whisper in the night, but sometimes it feels like a boring fight. Damn. Sometimes it feels boring. Sometimes life is boring. Everyone wants to just take flight and leave. I think this one feels right? Life is but a fleeting dream, a whisper in the night, while shadows fade to silence, gone beyond our sight. Alright. Through the veil of shadows, life's mysteries are spun. Death untangles threads, revealing what's begun. Some of these are good. These are great. Through the veil of shadows, life's mysteries are spun, till everything comes undone. Through the veil of shadows, life's mysteries are spun, and often we find it's not much fun. That's kind of good too. I do feel there's just like, it's just feels so much more poetic, right? Death untangles threads, revealing what's begun. Oh yeah. Next one. Life dances on the edge of time, a flicker in the breeze. We trip and stumble on our knees. I don't know. Life dances on the edge of time, a flicker in the breeze, but sometimes it's just a tease. I'm not feeling. Might be this one. Life dances on the edge of time, a flicker in the breeze. Eternity then cradles us, a promise to appease. Yeah, easily. You have a way with words, young lady. We do. What do we got? You're good, I should have expected that. Do we... There, I'm proud of this one. It is! Yes, cool. I was hoping that would be the case. Nice. I do really like the Obscur, so I don't know if we're gonna really wear this one, because this one is really cool. I love the look. But the fact that we match is pretty neat. It's pretty cool. We do it with you now? Let's do it. Yep. Let's do it again. We'll do it again. We'll do all three. And I want to see if we can do it with anybody else. Are you ready? Life's a river winding through the valleys of despair. And sometimes it's too much to bear. Life's a river winding through the valleys of despair, with a current that's never fair. Kinda true. Life's a river winding through the valleys of despair. It meets the sea's embrace, where sorrow turns to air. There we go. Let's continue. Life's a story written with the ink of dreams and fears, but it's lost in our cheers. I don't think that one. Life's a story written with the ink of dreams and fears, and death the final chapter, where we shed our tears. I feel like that's the one. That's the one. Life's a story written with the ink of dreams and fears, where the plot is full of jeers. Life's a blazing comet racing through the sky, but it leaves us asking why. Maybe. Life's a blazing comet racing through the sky. Its light will softly fade where weary skies lie. That's a good one. Life's a blazing comet racing through the sky, and we wonder why it's so high. I don't know about that one. This is the one, right? Its light will softly fade where weary skies lie. You have a way with words. See, just like that. Perfect. Got a new piece. Is it also white? You three have incredible repartee. You each deserve your win. Thank you. It was nice to learn about your culture. I'm happy you enjoyed it. I personally enjoyed creating those outfits, so I hope you wear them all the time. You've rekindled my passion for design. I shall become a full-fledged fashion designer. You can count on it. Nice. That's cool. Oh, what a fun little thing. That's so cool. And and the fact that he's like, oh, you're not a girl, that he clearly makes it for her, and then like for whoever you use first, right? Then it's like, okay, does it work for everybody? And it works for them. So I wonder, will you make it for us yet? Damn. You're not a lady. Alright, touche. These look so good. What a cool style. Look at us. He's asleep. He's asleep, okay. We talk to you? You seem really far away. Yeah. Alright, what about you lads? The Grandis live peaceful lives long before the paintress emerged. I almost read it like poetry. So, yeah. Wow, so grumpy. I mean, that's fair. So the paintress... So these guys existed before the paintress. Obviously, they're not Nevron. They literally... They just live here. The three great Grandis tribes were renowned for the artistry of their discourse. We too once had great arenas. Grand arenas like the Gestrels, but within our arenas, eloquence landed the killing blows. I still remember the excitement of the oratory games. Every 4 years, the greatest minds came together to demonstrate their mastery over the spoken word. That's so... It's so funny because it's like such a... It's almost like breaking type, right? Breaking like the stereotype. Because you'd think like these guys would be really tough, hardy. They're big, right? And they'd be really good at fighting, and they'd want to fight the way the Gestrels do. But they don't. They're above that. They're eloquent. The debates were fierce and lengthy. I recall one bout that lasted 96 hours. Good God. That's wild. Do you still hold these games? Not as they once were, for the three great Grandis tribes no longer exist. We are all that remain. That's sad. But the games were not simply a competition between us, they were a celebration and a chance to come together. In that spirit we continue to honor. These days our debates are more humble in nature, but that allows for a more intimate, competitive environment. We faced many challenges since the fracture, but our traditions live on in one form or another. That was so cool. That's so... I love how they have such an interesting culture. That's so fascinating. It's sad, so the tribes are gone, so this is literally it. These are the last Grandis. And what? It's the paintress's fault too. One more time. Just like Monoco showed us. Almost. Yeah, swing it more like this. Oh, my achy bones. Yes, yes, ye young folk have swayed my views. We must adopt the gestural way. Alas, though my mind is in agreement, my body is recalcitrant. I don't know what I thought that word was. Recalcitrant? Forgive these old bones. Let me try once more. You're doing great, look at that. Pretty decent form. Good footwork. The Gestrals have defended their home. They were never forced to flee. We must try the same. Monoco showed us how to defeat them. In the old days, reason and logic led the way. We debated with vigor and serenity. We rewarded truth, clarity, and sound judgment. Not fists and force. But even the most persuasive of arguments cannot vanquish these creatures, and I'm tired of hiding. I'm tired of fleeing. Our words fall upon deaf ears. They care not for reason. They will do what they wish with nary a care for our pleas. So, we are forced to meet them on their terms, not with rhetoric, but with power. Woohoo! Damn. I love the way they talk. So interesting. Okay. Okay, cool. Same stuff, but still cool. I do like that they made a home here because they think it's nice. Obviously, it, like, shelters them, right? Because it's like a roof and, like, they can physically, like, relax and be safe here. But it's also just, like, aesthetically pleasing to them. Would you kindly descend from there? No. Troublesome. I told you we cannot see anything from up there. But I saw some of them. If you're a scout for Nevrons, could you please do so at the station entrance? Recall when Monoco and the others faced the ice behemoth? The one with the pointy bits? Is it the giant one out there? You are not Monoco. You are merely going to injure yourself. That up there is the perfect vantage point. Had I stood watch from there, we would have had ample warning. This is becoming tiresome. Yes. And yet you do not yield to reason. It's so funny. Reason has yet to grace you with her presence. So you wish to trade barbs? Very well. Let us have a proper debate. This is so funny. So silly. We got... Okay. I should build a proper bridge one of these days. I think it's nice. Look at that. It works great. It's thematic, too. Something to fight back, to strike directly against the Nevrons in open battle. Though we are strangers to the mindset of war and outmatched in strength and numbers. We have the will, but we have the way. Oh, we have the will, but have we the way? Anything is possible if you have the will to see it through. I don't know, but the only chance you have is if you stand together. You've outsmarted the Nevron thus far without facing them directly. Anything is possible if you have the will to see it through. I think it's one of these two, right? I don't know, but the only chance you have is if you stand together. Damn. In that we agree, but we do not stand in... But do we? But do we stand and fight together? Or do we retreat and flee together? No, don't flee. Worried Grandis. Perhaps it is time to find a new home. No, not with that attitude. Stand your ground. I know it does seem like I mean, like, we don't even know. We know the Nevrons can come back, right? I don't know if we... Well, I don't know if it's more... It obviously might just be a mechanical thing, right? Like, when we rest, they come back. But I do imagine, because they are just made of ink, right? They are created by the paintress, that they could essentially just be endless. So they could very well just wear these guys out with just sheer perseverance and numbers. Suitcases. Many challenges lie ahead for both your kind and ours. I mean, true. Please take this. Oh. That's nice. I appreciate the free gift. Our resources are modest, but we hope this gift may be of use to you. It was very kind, thank you. With the almighty Monoco by your side, I fear not for your journey. Shall emerge victorious against the paintress. I'm sure of it. I appreciate that confidence. We need it. And honestly, Monoco is so actually really good that I have confidence. More confidence. Yeah, remember a time when we weren't hiding from the Neverons? It was like only yesterday to me. Man. It sucks that they gotta hide from them. Right? But I imagine, like, what if... I mean, if the Gestrals had a better way than because the Sakapatats, man, they're not very strong. They're not very sturdy. But, like, if they could figure out a way, like an army of Gestrals willing to, like, beat down some Neverons, I feel like that would be crazy. Be up for a fight. This pathway leads to the treacherous region of the mountains. Your destination is Old Lumiere. You should leave via the other exit. I know, but... Maybe we do go Old Lumiere first, right? But then also, if that's where the heart is, maybe we don't want to go there yet.
Expedition 65, Aurelian. The Grandis have embraced us with such warmth and hope. What a balm for the soul to know that other beings survived. That we in Lumiere are not alone. It truly is a miracle.
Agreed.
The Grandis retreated to higher ground after Neverons overran their lands. It is bittersweet, but at least the most important parts of their civilization will survive. Their children. Fortunately for them, they do not appear affected by the Gommage the way we are. It is painful knowing our expedition has failed, but at least we can enjoy our final days among friends.
That sucks. I mean, obviously we know they failed, but whenever they know that they failed, that's gotta feel so shitty, right? But that's an interesting thing to say, right? They do not appear affected by the Gommage the way we are. And so that brings up even more questions about the Gommage. Why does it only seem to affect humans? Now again, it doesn't affect Gestrals, it doesn't affect Grandis, yet somehow it does affect us. And why is that? Right? And it brings me back to like all the things where the like the masked girl was saying, right? It still rolls around my head. We know not that we are not, right? Or they know not that they are not. And like they're living in the nightmare. We get to we're living so carefree, right? Yet it seems to be us who are affected by the Gommage. I don't know. It's got me. It's never not thinking about it, right? But I think maybe we do go this way, right? Because we're gonna. Yeah, we don't need to rest again. I feel like this is a good idea. Before we head to Old Lumiere, as much as I want to go right away, and I do, right? This is gonna be interesting. And the music kicking in? Oh my god. Okay. Alright, I don't know how big this is going to be, but we're going to check it out next time. Next episode, we're going to pick it up here. Thank you very so much for watching. This has been nice. This has been a really good follow-up one, right? Meeting another group of people, right? I guess people. They're people to us. They're people to me. Right? Because we met the Gestrels and their whole community, and now we're meeting the Grandis and their community. But it seems like these guys are actually struggling, like, way more against the Nevron. Right? And it is unfortunate. But they seem so nice. They're so cool. They're so chill, right? And not because of the weather, but just because of who they are. And then the poetry battle, that was a cool surprise. That was fun. We got some new outfits. They look great. They really do. But yeah, so next episode, we're gonna go around here, we're gonna see what's going on, and then pop over to Old Lumiere, probably, right? So, let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments. Thanks again for watching. What do you think about the Grandis? What do you think about this whole situation so far? You guys know more than me, but there will be a time where we know the same things, and that's gonna be really interesting. So, I look forward to that. So, see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.